So I'm sitting here sanding this island, and I thought to myself, what is the title of this video anyways? Is it making an island out of Home Depot cabinets? Is it making the cheapest possible island ever? And then I thought to myself, does Home Depot even sell full-size islands? And if so, would it be cheaper to just buy it than build what I'm building? So I looked it up. They don't sell full-size islands. They sell rolling carts basically and call them islands, and they're like $1,000. So at that point, I thought it was comfortable to say this is the cheapest possible method, and this is a way to make a full-size island that matches your Home Depot cabinets. So the first thing we had to do was pick out 2 cabinets that could perfectly simulate a custom kitchen island. We picked a bank of drawers that was 24 inches to go on the left, and a cabinet with a couple of doors to go to the right that is 36 inches. After getting them in the house, we took our time to position them and make them make sense because we didn't want this island to look out of place or like it didn't match the other cabinets, so positioning was key. This cabinet right here was 200 bucks. A cabinet of its size and style with better quality materials would have probably been 600 bucks. And this one was $150, but because it had this chunk missing from it, we got 50% off. I think it was supposed to be $50 off, but they accidentally put 50% and didn't change it. So we don't mind that whatsoever. The first thing I did mechanically to make this island come together was strap these cabinets to each other. The way I did that was just like I do any other cabinets that were going to be lining up the wall. I drilled directly through the face frame, flushed these 2 bases up really nice, and made sure that they looked good, and drove my screws in really tight. After that, I leveled out the back and made sure that they were squared together, used a bunch of shims, and drove screws to attach them that way. Now to make a full-size custom island, all I need to do is hide all of the unfinished sides of these cabinets, and make the cabinet a little bit deeper. This process is actually extremely simple. I'm building a decorative panel for the back side. I got some old reclaimed tongue and groove boards. I'm gonna clamp them up really nice, join them all together with screws so that this thing is rigid and doesn't slip or move in any way at all. After that, I'm gonna cut it down to match the width of the island that we're working on, which is 60 inches. And then we're gonna handle that depth problem. That is also an easy solution. Everything about this is super, super easy. The depth of these existing cabinets is about 24 inches, and I wanted the finished island to be about 34 or 35 inches. So I cut these spacer blocks out that are gonna attach directly to the cabinets and to the back of the panel. It was a long process, but I pocket holed each and every single one of them directly into the panel. I made sure that the pocket holes were facing out so I could access every single one of them and drive screws directly into my cabinet carcasses. Now at this point, I feel like you guys know where we're going with this, and it's starting to take shape and make a little bit more sense. Because I have the decorative tongue and groove panel on the back, I wanted the sides to be nice, sleek, and not draw a whole bunch of attention. So I'm just using a plain piece of 1/4 inch birch. And because I got this brand new Evolution Rage 5S table saw, I custom cut these pieces on site. I'll probably have a video out next week for Table Saw Tuesday showing you guys why I chose this table saw as my job site saw. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna glue it and staple it directly into our cabinet carcasses and the braces that attach the panel to the cabinets. All right, so now I've got it completely looking like an island, or something that is in the shape of an island. So now I'm gonna put these trim pieces on to cover the ugly seam right there. And then I'll put some feet on the front to hide that 1/4 inch piece, and we'll call it done. After seeing how easy this process actually was, I'll definitely be doing this again in the future. The total cost for materials was around 400 bucks. And if you go to a cabinet shop anywhere in town and ask for a custom island, it's gonna be $1,000 to $2,000. I know, I work at one. So I've reinforced this piece of 1/4 inch. I'm gonna put a foot right here, and I'm gonna tag straight into this hard piece of wood, and it'll make everything right here rigid, and then I'll put that foot and tag it directly into the face frame of the existing cabinet. So we'll have 2 unique looking feet, and I'll put a kick running all the way across so it looks like one seamless cabinet. I used scrap wood for these feet. I just took a 4x4 inch block. I cut an arbitrary miter through it, which gave it a nice little tapered look. I drove screws straight through the face so that it would be extremely sturdy and straight up underneath into the bottom of the face frame of the cabinets. I wasn't too worried about the holes I left behind because I'm going to putty and sand everything on this cabinet so it has a nice smooth finish. One of the last steps for this cabinet is adding kicks so that it has one seamless look on the front. That is what you do in every cabinet installation, and this one is no different. To secure the cabinet to the floor, I nailed some boards with a concrete nail gun straight into the ground, and then I drove screws from the outside into those boards so that it wasn't going anywhere. Big props to my wonderful wife who painted and primed everything in this kitchen, including my island, and chose a beautiful blue. That's probably not what she want me to say, blue, but it's like light blue. I dig it. The kitchen looks great. For the top of this island, we got this butcher block from Home Depot as well, whose price tag actually happened to match the total cost of the rest of the island. It was about 400 bucks, which just absolutely destroys your wallet, but it looks really, really nice. Now, wouldn't it be really great if I had the full reveal at the end of this video with the beams set, all of the doors and drawers painted, everything installed, the butcher block on top, everything looking nice and beautiful with some flooring down? Well, I've got it. We are really, really happy with the way this kitchen came out. All of the colors and fixtures and everything that my wife chose to make it pop looks fantastic. And although Home Depot does not sell full-sized islands, if you're crafty enough, you can whip one up yourself. We still need to install countertops and do the backsplash, so if perhaps you wanted to see my wife take over the channel for a video and show you guys how she does that, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to get my wife more involved on this channel, and that might be a way to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something, and if this video was useful to you, please don't just be a peeping Tom watching my videos through the window. Hit that subscribe button. Come on in the house. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, man, that was so good, how can I give this guy money to repay him? Then you're in luck. I have a lot of stuff listed on my Etsy store that you can buy to support the channel, so head on over to reformationwoodshop.etsy.com to grab something.